So, such a beautiful song by Beth, the Gentle Master. So, welcome everyone to the Sunday Satsang. Wonderful to keep company with you all, and especially keep company with Master together. We're such a united group in love and devotion, where the love is the glue that collects and keeps the stones together. That's how we build a society together. It's with the glue by love. And the sizes of the stones can be of any size and any kinds. So I've been thinking about masters, ancient masters of all kinds, gurus and messiahs. And it's interesting if you go through the history that, Jesus Christ, for an example, such a loving, beautiful, and wise being who was loved by so many. Some people, the scientists, think that Jesus in the real life had like not more than 1,000 followers in his life on earth, based on how many people that used to live in the villages at that time and how to travel and how many you met. So only 1,000 people for such a devoted and highly developed spiritual being. It's, of course, 2,000 years ago. But he had also his enemies, the people who didn't like him, the ones who have heard about him and never met him. Mostly, I think, the ones who had heard the rumors and never met him, never had the chance to experience his presence of love to his Father, God. It's easy for people who are afraid and take control over power to feel fear to someone that is thinking differently from them, and they appear to be a threat to what their control and their power, their worldview and values, etc. And that's how Kal Purush is working, the mind, creating these antagonists and doubts within us. So it's interesting how a being sent from God to convey the message of love from God can be loved and raised up to the level of God by someone and be explained as someone who is a big threat to their lives by others. It's the same being. And he's just one example. We have seen many examples of this in history, and this is going on all over the world. And it's not that Kal Purush is an enemy to God, to Satpurush. That's not how it works. They have, you could say, Kal Purush have a role to play in God's kingdom to help us, the souls, to have experience of God. That's his role. And that's such a beautiful role. And then we can just be grateful that he exists and the power exists. Because thanks to that power, the mind, the power of ego, the negative power, we can have the chance to experience love. That's what it is. That's the truth. There's no other ways to do that. No one would notice the sunshine if it was sun was shining on the blue sky every day. But when the clouds comes, and one day you don't see the sun, suddenly they will notice it and be grateful for the days of sun. So we need these dualistic opposites in our lives, these challenges. Separation, that's what it creates. Separation. Our consciousness is moving like an elevator inside of us, up and down, up and down. Because of what kind of energies that is having an attraction on our mind and senses and playing with our desires and fears. And I mean, this world is unique. This way of life in a physical body, that's unique. There's so many worlds that we can take incarnation in and move our awareness to experience, but no world, not one, is like this one. Because this is the world where we cannot predict the future. And that's unique, to not predict future. In all other worlds, you can predict future, but not this one. And that's the reason to that is to experience the free will. But the real essence of not predicting future and not see the whole picture is the opportunity to create karma and pay off karma. And that's why we are here. So karma helps us to be separated from love. It helps us to seek for unity. And karma helps us to see ourselves and be self-aware and be aware about our way of thinking and our way of being controlled by our own patterns of action and reaction. So this path, by following a master through sound, inner sound, It helps us to withdraw our attention back inside of us and be aware, to awaken and see. Is the only way to change our karma. To be aware, self-aware, and awakened. And that happens to everyone. When you choose a life, an incarnation where the majority of your effort and time should be focused on spirituality, the spiritual path, you have to pay off a lot of karma in that life. And it's not karma only from the past life, but from maybe hundreds of lives back in time that is collected in one life. And of course, depending on you have choose to do this in many lives together, then it can be spread out and divided to many lives. But the success is on a spiritual level, which means you will have challenges in the material life, in the material. What this society values as success is not your success. Because you have to surrender everything. And you have to surrender your identification in this world. We all know that. And we have to shift attention from outside to inside and find the loving being of a master inside of us and look up to him as the one we are striving to become like. It's only him that is perfect. It's the master inside of us. It's not possible to become perfect when you have your focus outside in this world. You can only be focused. Oh, sorry, you can only be perfect when you withdraw your attention to inside and up, back to Sashkand, our origin state. The soul. So let Master take over you. Surrender yourself to him. And it is when you merge with him, and it is when you focusing all your attention in him, that you can become him and he become you. And there are no difference. There are no distances between you and him. There's only one merge. There's only him. There is no you any longer. The experience of me is the ego. But the experience of him is the oversoul. And the experience of center of attention, that's the soul. So when you have identification in your attention, you have a soul realization. And when you have an experience of identification in him, it's an oversoul. It's a merge with the oversoul. And when you have the experience of the oneness of everything, you have a God realization. When the drop becomes the ocean. And we actually never have to leave that state. It's a practice for the whole life. But we can be so close. And whatever we do, whatever we give effort in this world, we never give too much effort. We never give too much attention. We only give the much as needed, but not leave home or master. Let the circumstances in your life create your life, and don't be afraid of what is going on and what's happening around you. And you will see by time that you're leaving your free will aside and just following the flow. Suddenly, you can predict the future. You can see daily what is going to happen during the day or during the week. And when you leave your free will and following the flow more efficiently, you can also read other people's mind. There is nothing from you any longer that is disturbing the frequencies around you. And it's so close to see what others are thinking. And you can just have trust and faith in what you experience, because you will get proofs that the inner voice is right all the time about the predictions, about the seeing and the awakening. And you can just follow his voice on awareness and presence, like it was your own. We're not here to change the world and change the circumstances. Whatever that comes out from what we do is okay. That's good enough. The result is not priority one in whatever we do. It is the relation that counts. We are here for the relations. We only need reasons to meet. That's all. It is in a meeting we are reflected in each other, in God, in life, in past. It's in relations we can experience and pay off and create our karma. So don't give too much effort in the result. Keep in mind that it is the relations that counts. So what is happening in the relation? That is more interesting for you. And you will see that in relation, any relation, the best will come out from any relation in company with Master within you. So always invite him in any meeting. And the best will come out from every meeting. The best will come out from any person you meet. Because in company with Master, in his presence, when your attention is on him, you will only see love. And for someone who meets someone like you, who only see him and experience the love, that person will meet Master as well without knowing it. Because only Master can attach us to that kind of love. This because his love is unconditional. And love can only be unconditional beyond the ego and mind. And that's where he resides all the time, 24/7. He never leaves that state. So his love pulls you when you give him your attention. And that will pull the meeting, the level of that meeting, and the love in that meeting with the other person. So the relation is priority one, the result is secondary. And always invite Master in every meeting and give your attention to him in every meeting. And the best result of the meeting will come out by the love from Master that pulls you and the other person as well to an unconditional level. Oh, Master is embracing us with his love and presence, our hearts. We can just open our hearts and give him space. Just follow him and get pulled by him. Feel how strong the pull is. How it withdraws everything inside and up. To a state where you are just happy and joyful and there are no worries, no doubts. It's just an immense love and comfortable relation. Orchestrated in his music. It's like swimming in the light of sun. And everything is lit up. And you can just follow him to any place. He will never leave you. Inside, he never leaves you. You will never ever travel alone. Wheresoever or whatsoever. If you go back in time, he will follow you there. If you travel to other worlds, he will follow you there. And you can just let him take over you and be his instrument. Which he will take care of. His utmost care. And make you shine. Through your eyes. To everyone you meet. And embrace their hearts. With your divine presence. And that's how we heal the world. Through him. In his light. Divine light. Love. I hope you all can feel his presence. It's so strong. We can just be grateful that he's with us and he chose us to be with him. Oh, I'm sorry, I cannot continue. It's so strong. Just thank you. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone, for your attention. It's so grateful for your presence and your attention. It's beautiful. It's a divine presence that helps us to pull him to us, to this time, and he pulls us back as a reaction to our love and devotion. It's like 10 years of meditation in one moment. So thank you. Okay. We will continue with a talk that is recorded by our brother Prampal Ji. It's about dying while living. So I will share screen with you so we can see his talk.